Let's see how to set up Visual Studio Code for C++ development in Ubuntu 22.04. First, let's make sure that our system is up to date, and to do that, let's open the terminal. And to update the system, I run apt update. Great, so our system is up to date. Let's now install G++, which is a compiler for C++. Great, so that's done as well. Let's now install Visual Studio Code. There are quite a few ways to do that, but the most straightforward one is probably using snap. So that's what I'm going to use. So to install Visual Studio Code via snap, we need to run snap install code and then -- classic. Great, so we installed both the C++ compiler and Visual Studio Code. I now want to create a folder in my computer where I'll store all of my C++ projects. I'll call it CPP Workspace. Now inside this folder, I want to create another folder for the C++ program that we're about to write. Great, so that's done. Let's open Visual Studio Code. Now, the first thing I want to do is to install the C++ extension. So let's open the Extensions tab. And here I look for C++. And the first result, this one, by Microsoft, is the one we want and is the C and C++ extension. So let's go ahead and install it. Great, so the extension was installed. Let's get back to the Explorer tab. And here I want to open the folder we just created for our project. So open folder, and let's choose the folder we just created for the example C++ program. Now I want my example to consist of two files. So let's start with the first one, where I'll define a hello world string. So let's create the first file. Great, so we're done with the header file. Let's now create our main C++ file. And of course, I also want to include my header file. Now make sure that you save all of the changes to all of the files. You can use the File, Save All options. And now we need to build our program. So let's click on Terminal and run build task. You can also use the shortcut Ctrl-Shift-B. And now we need to choose the compiler we want to use. I'll go with G++. And we see build finished successfully, which means that everything was installed correctly and our program was built as expected. Let's now try to run our program. So I'll click here on the small arrow and I'll choose Run C++ file. And once again, I'll choose G++. And it was built again, so we don't see the output. But if we run the program again, we can see hello world, which is the expected output. Now let's say that we want to debug our program. So what we can do is add a breakpoint. So let's say that I want to add my breakpoint here. And now instead of running my program, I'll debug it. So here I'll choose debug, C++ file. And we can see that our program paused at the breakpoint. And now we can explore any of our variables and constants. So as an example, let's say that I want to see the value of this constant. So I'll copy it and add it to my watch. And here I can see its value. Once I'm done exploring and I want my program to keep running, I can click here on Continue. And once again, we got Hello World, which is the output of our program.